When we think about missions a lot of times, I don't know if y'all have had these experiences, if you grew up in the church before, but as I grew up here in town at a church, sometimes you can go on these week-long mission trips, and you don't really know what you're going to be doing, or you also know that, kind of like you said, like the week before, the same thing happened again. But a lot of times, we like to think that when we go out to the mission field, that we're the experts, that we're the ones doing the work. Well, I certainly figured out that I'm definitely the one that learns from every culture that I go to. During my undergrad here, I did three, I counted as three, wilderness experiences. And actually one of those, my first one was in South Africa doing sports ministry training. And so I became certified level 1, level 2 sports ministry leading. And I decided to go back after I graduated. And so me and one of my best friends, Kevin Carroll, I don't know if anybody know him, but we graduated December 2016. We were ready to go in January 2017 for South Africa. We were planning to go for 3 years long, and we find out 3 days after we graduate, oh, we got to go to the embassy in D.C., South African embassy in D.C. in person to hand in our paperwork. At that point, it's one of the only few countries in the world that requires you to do that for any type of visa. So we were thrilled, and we got on a plane there. It was really cold, and we get to the embassy. And the first questions that he asked us, we're kind of sitting down in chairs like this in like an interrogation room. And he says, how old are y'all? And, well, he didn't say y'all, but how old are you? And we said, 23, 22. And he just looked down like, you know. And then he goes, are y'all single? We said, yeah. And he goes, this is not good. And basically, from that moment on, the next 2 days, they were giving us extra stuff that we needed to go find to be certified to be able to get our volunteer visa. And so, in those 2 days, we got everything they wanted, and they rejected us still. Luckily, we were able to go back to South Africa just on our passports for 3 months. And we had to come back, and we'd go back for another 3 months. So our 3-year visa ended up not being a 3-year visa. We tried to get a 1-year visa from that point, but that also didn't work when we came back in April. And so we were kind of caught up in this ambiguity of things. We're not knowing what we're going to expect the next few months or years of our lives, because we were planning on doing it in South Africa. And at that point, I was forced to be really thinking about what is missions, really. And a lot of times, just like in this video, some of the things he said are, he's joking about, but really are true, to where there's a bad way to do missions, and then there's a pretty healthy way to do missions. And when I was in South Africa and other places around the world, I've been fortunate to see the healthier side of it. And in my experience as a World Witness, in my, gap 7 months, I guess you could say, I had nothing but great experiences. And one of the benefits to that is you're not going there, they're not training you to expect you to be this master of the Bible or the person who's going to go and change the world there. It's almost just as much of God working through yourself and molding you for who he wants you to be. It's a continuum of humiliation and also learning about God's grace and forgiveness and love a lot more. And so I had a lot of friends in undergrad who were in counting, and I didn't know why they wanted to do that, because I thought that would be the worst job in the world. But there's some people out there who love that, and to those people out there who want to be accountants, that's awesome. But what is your mission going to be? I think as Christians, we're all called to a certain mission. As an accountant, you have a great advantage of helping people with accounting. And you can use that to help out big corporations, big businesses, big name people. What about also those people who don't know how to handle their money? Those people who don't know how to even pay their taxes or anything like that, because they don't have the income to do that, and they grow up in a place where they don't learn that. So whether you're an accountant, whether you're a Bible major, science major, whatever it may be, I want you guys to think about just the possibility of going overseas, if it's just even for one summer or even part of a gap year. Because not only does it look great on a resume, but it also is an experience where you get to be humbled, you get to learn about what God is doing in different cultures, what God is being a part of in different cultures. And if you're also one of those people who wants to do long-term missions internationally, that's great also. Still consider this. Don't go out and do long-term missions right after graduation. Try to have, a great internship beforehand. But that's just my encouragement to you guys. Whatever you're going to do, just go out and guess. Just look at this program and guess. Pick somewhere. Pray about it. Talk to someone about it. Just do it. I don't care if you have no idea what you're going to do or if you have every idea what you're going to do. Get some experience out there in a place that is completely different than your own. And don't be walking in there expecting to be the master or the one who knows everything what to do. Just be ready to be experiencing God. Be ready to be silent when you need to hear him, and be ready to be interrupted by him at any time necessary. The missions will be, the World Witness will be in the foyer here in the campus center all week, and also they're building, their offices are up in the second story building in the Bible building. And I encourage you guys to go and seek that out and to make the most of it, all right? Y'all have a good day.